Hi everyone, it's Dan from Ink Gaming. Welcome back to Rimworld. This is Season 1, Episode 46 of Escape from Prison Planet 314. We are playing version Beta 18 with mods, and we are joining our convicts, momentarily resting while on the road, but definitely on the road again. Now, one of the things I figured out just before I started off camera, one of my concerns, if you recall, was we were getting up into winter's almost over, but winter, and we're getting far north, so the temperatures are much worse. So every time we end up in an engagement, you see people are shivering, hypothermia, that kind of thing. Yet we had those parkas we brought. Well, apparently, I just lack of experience on my part. Because in the caravan selection, you can see items where you can abandon items or see what you got, right? You have the social. I'm not really sure what the point of this is because, I guess just to check momentarily on it. I don't know. Not really useful to do anything. But the gear section, if you can see, it literally shows our colonists or your group, the caravan group, the weapon they have and the gear they have on, and then what you're carrying in the inventory that's appropriate to that. So obviously this doesn't show, it only shows wearable or wieldable type items. So I was able to go through our parkas that we're carrying with us, and you see we have a couple spares still, and drag them on, and they replaced our dusters. So now we're carrying mostly dusters and we're wearing parkas. We do appear to be down a few shirts. So Goblox dropped his shirt at some point because it was probably down to 50-something%. So did Rasta. So that is something we will have to deal with once we can manufacture shirts. And maybe we'll get lucky and be able to strip a raider or two on our way. We don't want to strip dead man's, preferably. If they're still conscious, we'll try and strip a shirt off, and maybe we'll be able to grab it. We should be able to grab it. So we'll that's the plan if you get my drift. Need screen's a neat screen, right? Shows the food and the mood and the rest. But again, beyond giving us some information, I'm not sure there's anything we can control here. Shows all our elephants and dogs and everything. In theory, I can't force feed them. In theory, they take food out of our, all the items we have or whatever. And then, of course, here's, our health screen. Again, no real control. Snow's always in pain, if I recall, but that's because, yeah, Snow's got a pretty, that old gunshot in the torso, I mean, that's a lot of pain from that wound. And, of course, missing a finger. But such is life. Okay. So, I guess it looks like we already have our path routed. So as you can see, I'll just give this, might as well cover this real quick before we head off. I think some of this information, as I alluded to in a different episode, is erroneous. It's a best guess, or it just calculations may be crappy. But it says 11.5 days. I really doubt that it is 11.5 days. We'll see, but I doubt it. 22.3 days of food. That might be plausible. And then our 1.23, I guess that's hours per tile is the idea. Current tile movement time, 9 hours. Now that's kind of scary. I guess maybe this is our base movement, and then this is how long it's going to actually take us. Maybe due to the particular tile parameters, the weather, the other things, I don't know. Then stealthiness, There might be more information on the wiki. I don't know if people have figured all that out. Caravans have been around for a while now. So, of course, I just hit max speed. Oh my, that's a real bummer. So Hermione, who was our original Labrador Retriever that someone's bonded to, has developed a health condition, heart attack. There's really nothing we can do. So, something just happened. Okay, we got ambushed. It looks like pirates from the Ravenmen. Well, I feel thoroughly confused by this. It's nighttime. It's never that fun. But what I'm thoroughly confused by is I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pirates. Now, one has a bolt action rifle, a couple have pistols, and one's got a shotgun. One's got a knife. This seems wrong to me, personally. They're going to have to come down, cross the water, and honestly, I would think we'd be able to just freaking shoot the snot out of them. I don't know why their numbers are so small. It's kind of what I'm getting at. It is -4 degrees and hard snow in the middle of the night. All these things are not fun. But let's go ahead and try and do... I think this worked last time. I'm not 100% sure, though. So, you know, you can feel free to leave in the comments whether I'm just doing silliness over here. But I'm going to go ahead and set our animal area down here. Was what we did, right? I believe so. Yep. And then we will go ahead and do the animals and set them all. Animal area 1. And actually, I'm really curious about something. Remember how Hermione had the heart attack condition? So I just don't know. When you're on the road and you have these things happen, I just don't know. They seem like, I mean, they would be much more, well, tragic events if we were like settled, but they do seem slightly odd. Now, these guys have a little way to go, and it's the snow. Now, I don't want to pull all our guys real far from the way across the caravan, but I do want to go part way. I feel like they're going to come down. They're not going to be able to cross the deep water, so they're going to either cut across there, cut across there. I'm thinking about going all the way up here. Let's have that be our goal, okay? Oh, hear that snow. Yep, we're at normal speed. And then I'll just sort of split people out. Let's zoom in some here. Suki, let's get over here. Snow, you can get over here. Cat, why don't you get over here? Goblox, you can get over here. Angie. Okay. Okay, now we're going to focus fire on the melee guy. Whoop. Okay, now there's those perfectly done, but you know, there was a lot less people. One guy, he's going to run off. The optimal thing is no one got hurt, number one, but number two, the great thing about this is that I think we might, I'm not guaranteed, but we might be able to get 2 shirts here. So that's what we're going to try and do. Ooh, gunfire. Guys don't hit each other. Okay, that's number one. Number two. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the orders to unforbid everything. Okay, and then we're out of here. No sleep, no bandaging, no nothing. This is, I wish it was always this easy. I'll probably regret saying that, right? world. So there we are. We're paused. That's great. Oh, we're not going to be able to, I think, until. Looks like we can. Probably because he's fleeing. I don't know. Anyway. So. Let's see what we got here, folks. Oh, darn it. That shirt is a pretty bad shirt. We could take it with us. I mean, it's not good condition. Notice how it says we have 5.7 days worth of food. Don't believe it for a second. So we're going to take the meals. We'll take the meals. We'll take the meals. Maybe they'll eat them first. Who knows? None of those weapons. We could take this really crappy shirt just in case someone we can always change the conditions. We'll take the extra cloth parka. We won't take that one, and we're done. Okay. Sounds good. We reformed. We are now going to, again, why it doesn't remember where we were headed, I don't know, but the other thing I don't fully there we go. And off we go, traveling again. Doing our best. Again, I kind of don't believe this whole 15 days estimate. Well, now it says 9 days of travel. I am going to assume, so we're into spring. Yay, spring. Maybe that means less snowfall, but as we get further north, oh, that looked like that was quicker travel. Whatever this is it desert or something like that? It's way better than the forest slash whatever that we were traveling. Now we're on a road. Okay, now, ooh, that road we're booking. And we do get to stay on the road for a good ways until we get up into the tundra before we have to go off-road. Okay, we got a sad wander. That's unfortunate. But I guess there's just not much entertainment when you're traveling. Oh, we're resting. That's the other thing that can be confusing. Sometimes you see yourself pause. Whoop. So we just got 2 alpacas that were born. Where are our baby alpacas? Oh my. Are they these? It doesn't say baby alpaca. You know, like the elephant said calf. 1.9, right? Let's take a look at a different alpaca. 3.8. Same issue. So we're abandoning this alpaca. And then let's check 15. Pretty sure that's a kid too. Yep. Sorry, 15. You're gone. Okay. Off we go again. So here's where we leave the road. It's not too far along here. And that's where we're going to leave the road and start heading cross country. Oh, we got another sad wander. That's snow. And it looks like we're sleeping the night again. And now we're traveling. Yeah, oh, great. Elephant pregnant. Okay, now we're going through the tundra. Well, the tundra seems a little bit quicker than like the forest and the jungle, interestingly enough. Wow. Maybe that time wasn't that wrong. I apologize for being distrusting. I don't know about the food estimate still. Because if that's the food estimate, we're going to have to figure out what to do once we get there. Oh my gosh, guys. We're so close. So close. We arrived. We arrived. So it's taking longer to generate the map, I'm guessing. Because it's a bigger map, right? It's a full tile map, I think. So it says, you've reached the coordinates set by Charlton Whitestone and discovered the hidden starship. The ship's reactor is still in deep hibernation mode, so it can't fly yet. You can start it up by interacting with the computer core. Charlton Whitestone warns you the startup process will take about 15 days, and the energy signature will be detectable from a long distance away. This sort of energy signature indicates interstellar flight capability and will attract gangs of desperate raiders and treasure hunters. Make sure your defenses are prepared first. So I'm guessing what that means is that the tile will act like a normal tile, as in our wealth and whatnot. We can have random events, could be raids, could be other things. But once we turn it on, once we start warming up the computer and the ship, then we're going to get raid, 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 raid. I don't know how often, but fairly regular. So we need to build some defenses. We don't need to build a full-on base like we had, but we need to build walls. Maybe a kill chamber, or a trap alley, whatever. We need some heaters. We need some beds. We need maybe some medical beds since we're going to be inundated. Probably a fridge, but we'll see because it could be really cold, so we may not need a fridge so much. But let's get in there. Okay, so let's take a look around. Um, what'll probably happen is we're going to do a little bit of exploration here. And, we may end up calling it an episode while I basically do a layout, off camera, that kind of thing. So, I thought it was going to be a little bit more glum than it is. We got some muffalo. We'll go through the wildlife tab real quick. Arctic fox and wolf. I don't like them because, of course, if they can't find game, they're going to potentially attack us. And so we might want to take them out depending on where they are on the map. Bunch of elk, a hare, bunch of muffalo, and some squirrels. So this is some good meat, the elk and the muffalo. But there's not, a bunch of them. Okay, so that's our wildlife situation. Trees is the next big concern. So we have a nice grove of trees here, birches, and so those aren't too far from the ship. So at least we'll be able, and we got a birch or a group to the southeast. Okay, so plenty of wood. I mean, not excessive amounts, but hopefully enough to do what we need to do. Additionally, while there's stone chunks around, getting the stone chunks, converting them into stone blocks so that we could use it if we want to build stone walls or stone doors, that's pretty time consuming. But what we do have is we have a number of old buildings, if you will. And these old buildings can be disassembled. We can claim them, and we can disassemble these walls and these floors, and we can use that. They become stone blocks, and we could use those to then build our own stone walls and stuff. So we'll have wood if we want to build things that need wood, like beds, and if we want to walls or wood doors. We should be able to grab some of these stone blocks. There's enough of them. It's not, again, a huge amount, but enough of them around the map. It's cold. It's 12 degrees C, but it doesn't look like there's snow falling, at least for now, like there's snow on the floor. So that's promising. Looks like we got some heel root. I don't know whether this will grow amazingly. With this temperature, I'd be surprised. I think we're going to have a struggle. Even though we got this nice soil nearby, I think we'd have a struggle growing everything. It really comes down to how much food we actually ended up. I tried to keep us with enough food to have a couple days, but we brought more people than I thought. And I just don't know if we have enough food. Now, taking a quick look at the spaceship here. It's got enough pods to take everybody. So we'll be able to get off with everybody if we so desire, if they live. Let's look at resources other than that. So we got some components. No surprise. What's that? Uranium? Oh, plasteel. I don't think we're going to need that, but nice to know. I don't often see that just in the open. Do we got steel nearby? We brought a decent amount of steel with us, but it would be nice if we had some like really nearby. I'm really not seeing any, guys. I'm probably blind. Doesn't mean that there isn't any on the map. Well, here, pretty big chunk. That's not that nearby, but and here's another. So that looks like where we're going to have to go for our steel. That's actually damn near the map edge. We got more up here too. We'll probably need steel more than components since we brought a bunch of components with us. Oh, here we are. Okay. What other things to think about on the map? Really it comes down to shelter and food. So defenses, right? So we're going to have some issues building. We can't build anything down here. So, that likely means we'll have like a wall here if we can manage it. We'll use the natural terrain, what we can. Uh, that'll probably be the plan, right? We'll probably build a wall around here if we can. Use these natural sort of rock formations. Um, will that give us enough space? I don't know. I would like to, even though people aren't going to be thrilled with it, I don't want to build everybody individual bedrooms if I can help it. Everybody should get a bed. Um, I think extending walls all the way down here would be excessive. We don't want to spend, 30 days building a base. We just want to spend enough to get what we need. Um, what about power? That's the consideration. So we got a geothermal right here. So what we could do is, hopefully, this ground's hard enough. I think it is. Yeah, it looks like it is. We could build a geothermal here and, wall it in. Run the power up here. And that should give us enough power, I would hope, um, to do what we need to do. Trap alley. I don't know where. See, the problem with building a base tight like that is it's tough to build, like, if sappers come and they go through any one of these walls, they're like right on you, right? You don't have any space. So that'll be a consideration. So I'll figure one of the sides for Trap Alley, and then decide whether we want to just go a little bit further out with the walls so we have a little bit of room if the sappers come. I'll give it some thought. And so we made it. Exciting. I'm super excited. I think me figuring out how to put the parkas on, that was a big help. That last battle, I don't know why it was only 5 people, but I'm not complaining. And we made it along that road. That long stretch of road was a big deal. So I'm excited. We're gonna have some planning ahead of us, and we're gonna need some luck, but we might get out of here. So sorry for the short episode, but man, that went smoothly. Like if you like, and like the episode, and subscribe if you want to watch the channel, any of the content, or follow along on this series. I just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.